Hey everybody, it's the Credit Queen, and in this video I'm going to tell you guys how I was able to leverage my employment with Amazon to get access to over $80,000 in just 6 months, working part-time. Also, happy Halloween. As you can see, I'm an angel. Got my halo and my little wings. Oh yeah, and as you can see, I'm about to pop. I have just 4 more weeks left. Also, if you're interested in getting 2 free stocks, then please use the link in my description so you can get 2 free stocks from Webull. All you have to do is open an account and deposit, I believe it's only $5, and you'll get 2 free stocks. I'm making this video because I want to show how simple it is for you to leverage a simple job to get access to the funds that you need to do the things that you want and need to do. So first of all, I want to start off by saying I am an entrepreneur and I honestly do not like working jobs anymore. First of all, the main reason is because I like having control of my own time, especially because I have kids. So I really don't like having to be somewhere other than with my kids all the time. Like, I don't like being forced to be somewhere else where I'm not able to physically watch my own children. Also, I just like my freedom in all capacities. I like the freedom to do everything that I want to do, such as wake up at whatever time I want to wake up in the morning and just have freedom with my own time. And I like to create things as well, and that takes time. So I don't really enjoy having a job because it prevents me from having the time I need to do the things that I want to do. No offense to anyone who's working a job or who likes their job. I'm just stating my opinion because I wanted to give you guys some insight as to why I worked so little in the 6 months that I'm describing and why I chose to take out as much credit as possible so I could fund my projects. So the reason why I started working 6 months ago at Amazon is because, as I've mentioned before, I was in the process of getting a HELOC. And if you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description as well. So for the HELOC, they told me that I needed 30 days of income. And prior to that, I did not have a job. So when they told me that I needed 30 days of income, I chose to get a job, Amazon, because Amazon was immediate hire. And I needed those pay stubs quick, like quick, fast, in a hurry. Like I said, Amazon was immediate hire. All I had to do was go online, apply. It wasn't even really like a real application. It was just like a survey I had to fill out, just take a drug test, and then I just started as soon as I picked my start date. Some other reasons why I chose Amazon is because I was able to work 3rd shift, and that was very important to me because I was able to work at night when my kids were asleep, basically, from 6:30 to 7 a.m. And also, I chose Amazon because I only had to work 3 days a week. It was just 3 12-hour shifts, and that worked well for me because working 5 days a week would have been just too much. And the pay for my shift was decent. Like, the pay is $17.90. So it was a quick job to get, and it would show enough income to show that I was able to make my payments on the HELOC that I was getting. So like I said, you can learn more about my process of getting a HELOC and why I chose to get a HELOC and all of that in my first video that I posted on this channel, and I'm going to leave a link for that. So when I did get the HELOC, I got access to $54,000. So that was the majority of the $80,000 that I'm mentioning in this video. And I got the $54,000 because I invested in a house, a property, and I was able to bring the property's value up to $72,000. So therefore I had access to $54,000 in a line of credit, a HELOC. So that was all after only working for 30 days. And when I worked those 30 days, I also got paid weekly, and the pay was I brought home about $500 a week, or a little over $500 a week. and that added up to about $2,500 the first month. So that's $54,000, and then about $2,500, about $56,000. Okay, so after I got access to the $54,000 from the HELOC, I was going to quit after that month because I got the pay stubs that I needed and I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. But then I decided to read the benefits manual from Amazon. And when I did that, I saw that all employees were entitled to 84 days of personal leave. So I chose to do that instead in case I needed to use Amazon again in the future to get more pay stubs. So after the first month, I decided to take off 2.5 months of personal leave. And those 2.5 months were not paid, but I still was able to maintain my job and basically hold my position for those 2.5 months. Okay, so let me clarify this. The first loan, the HELOC, was used basically to consolidate my credit card debt and to pay off some student loans, and then I was able to keep the rest to do whatever I wanted to do with it. So I used it to invest in some of my businesses, and I kept some. After that period that I worked and then I took the personal leave that I wanted to take, I came back to Amazon because I wanted to get another loan and I needed pay stubs for that loan. This loan was for $20,000, and this one was a home improvement loan that I was to use specifically to renovate the property that I mentioned prior that allowed me to get the HELOC to begin with. It still needs a lot of work, like it needs the attic to be finished, it needs paint in some rooms, it needs a lot. Yeah, it still needs a lot. Even though I did a lot, it still needs a lot more. I was able to get the loan for $20,000. I just needed 2 weeks of pay stubs. So that's another $20,000. So that's from $56,500 to now $76,500. That's the bulk of the $80,000. But I also worked for about another month to a month and a half, and like I said, I still got paid those weeks as well. I really wanted the home improvement loan so I could finish working on the house, so I could raise its market value and I can get ready to sell in a few months, because I want everything in tip-top condition, so when I do go to sell, it'll sell quickly. So with the two loans that I mentioned, the $54,000 and then the $20,000, and then I made about $5,000 from actually working, because also a good thing about Amazon is they have a lot of unpaid time, personal leave, and paid time off, and you accrue vacation hours every week. So I was using a lot of that because I really didn't care about getting paid. I really just wanted the pay stubs, to be honest. The next thing I'm in the process of doing is possibly getting a mortgage, and of course I'll need pay stubs for that. So I'm going to once again get the pay stubs I need for that. So when I do sell the property that I got the loan for, then I wanted to use the mortgage to have another property in place, so I wouldn't have to go through a period of selling one property and basically being homeless until I got the next property, or I would have to like go rent somewhere and sign a lease, and I didn't want to go through all that. So I plan on getting a mortgage so I could have a place to move into while I was in the process of selling the first property. And then once I sold the first property, I will have a lump sum of cash that I could use to pay down a lot of the mortgage that I get. And I'd like to mention, this video was not sponsored by Amazon in any way, shape, or form. I'm telling you guys the honest to God truth about my personal experiences and how I was able to leverage my employment with Amazon to get access to these two loans that I mentioned, the home improvement loan, and the home equity line of credit. Also, don't forget to check out my description box because I'll have a link to Webull, as I mentioned before, so you can get 2 free stocks. Also, I'm going to put some links to some good credit card offers that will give you guys bonuses if you get approved for these cards. So all that's going to be in the description. The bonuses will range from $50 to $200. So please, please, please check out my description and try those out, especially if you're looking for your first credit card or to build your credit, or if you just want some free cash and you already have decent credit. Go ahead and check those links out in the description. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.